just up ahead here is a herd of bokoblins. Well, I got the goddess shield now. I don't have to worry so much about it breaking. It'll still break, it's not terribly sturdy. I mean, one swipe from him will do 20% damage. And if it breaks, it breaks. But it will heal itself. Alright. I don't need it, and the downside is that there are other things I would really rather. But if I'm so inclined to pick up all the rupees and max out my wallet later, then treasures are kind of a back doorway for that. This is a nice way to kill these keys. The scatter shot comes in handy, and you'll notice it only costs 1. That noise you just heard is the shield repairing itself, and the noise you hear up there is another Kikwi snoring. Sometimes there's a... oh, there he is. Yep, there's the beetle. Probably don't need him, but he's right here. I was going to say, if you notice, the scatter shot launches like 9 different seeds, Deku seeds, but it only costs you 1 seed. So the idea of the game now, the goal is to just go explore places you haven't seen before. And the only place you can get to now that you couldn't get to before was inside this great tree. So you have to wake him up. There are a couple ways. You can either use your slingshot or your beetle. You're supposed to see these rupees on your way up here, which are your clue that you can whip out your beetle and do stuff. There's one there, and then one hooked down here. I've tried bombs, I've tried a Skyward Strike, they don't work on this guy. I'll just choose the left option. With your fancy shooter thing, eh? He says that if you use the scatter shot too. The left option is kind of the smart-ass option. If I mentioned it and he mentioned it, this is Yerbal. Supposed to watch over the woods. Yerbal is a combination of herbal, like herbal tea, which technically isn't tea officially, and yerba tea. He's just an old, great old man. That's a place you haven't seen yet, but you can't get there just yet. The full symbol has a circle there and then 2 sound waves radiating out from it. The X on the map is just the symbol, the hole by the viewing platform before you go into the next section. No, don't repeat it. Which was originally old grade. Very good. Anyway, the symbol was originally an icon for playing a song for the Oracle of Ages. In Oracle of Ages, you'd play the song and it'd switch it back to the past or back to the future, or just whichever one you're not in. And they had different icons for those. Okay, so now the goal is to drop off this tree at a specific point. And that specific point is on this inside curve here. It's not a smooth line because it's, you know, graphics are imperfect. So it has these little corners, and you want to take the fourth corner. 1 corner, 2 corner, 3 corners, 4. You can see a seam right here. You'll want to drop off right down here. Which will let you land on this side of the tree. In hero mode, you can strike that with your sword, but in regular mode, you're still stuck on the old sword and you can't reach a skyward strike over there. So you gotta come all the way across the tightrope to make it happen. It's Goddess Cube M. It gets you a rupee medal. I believe there are 2 rupee medals, and they can stack, and that's one of them. There's usually a moblin hanging out over here. Hey, man. Fi says they get angry if you break their shield. Belly jiggle. Oh, boobs. Gross. Right. So I pointed out the icon before that was pasted over there by the viewing platform. That way I don't have to go over there and look at it now. But with that, I have to go back to the other side of... what do you want to call it? The climby tree? The tree you climb through. The other side of Farron Woods here to get to it. And it lies general this way-ish. This is the climby tree. That's what I'm talking about up there. You can swing through a vine and then swing over that rope, or you can come this way and cut down these trees again, like the first time when you visited this area. If you need, there's still a stump over here to rest on. Over at Meow. Seems to be it. There we go. A disconnect. I wasn't very centered with that. Fi will tell you what to do, but you don't have to listen to her. You just draw a circle in there before these crescents. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be good. Oh, this is turning us. It's the best I've ever done. I hope I didn't just jinx that. I hope that's good enough. Yay! If it's kind of a lumpy circle, you have to try again. And Fi will chime in. hearts here if you need them. You can go off any side of this thing, it's the same animation. In hero mode, I like to jump off the side just because it shows him jumping off the front. And I'm like, hey, how do you get off the front there if he jumped off the side? Something's wrong here. But that's not really important. There's a current in this water that will push you toward the right direction. In fact, it's very hard to stay in this water because the current just keeps pushing you toward the tunnel. And as this is the last little part of the map to explore, it gets colored in. In the other two lands, there are also parts you need to visit and color in. Ooh, moving a little bit faster now. For example, I don't think I could get back to get that rupee. Ooh, yay! You can't get very far beyond this anyway. Underwater, it won't stop the action and open the menu, so you're safe there. Like I said, the only advantage of picking up treasures once you have them all, like I do, is just that you can sell them later if you want the honor of maxing out your wallet. Oh, socially awkward seahorse. You can talk to all these other seahorses. I forget what they're called. Oh yeah, and underwater if I won't tell you. Perella. That's what they're called. Knew it would come to me. I think, anyway.
Hey, do you want to play Dungeons and Dragons with me? Hey, I'll make you a character.
Quit following me, pest! That's what it's like for me sometimes. I go to a game store and like to play a variety of games. I don't really do D&D, but on certain nights there are D&D zombies there. D&D's cool, it can be fun, but oh boy, these dorks. Oh boy. I'm not saying everyone who plays D&D is a dork, but yeah, those radioactive dorks will just follow you around. I try to be nice, I really do. But there are some severe social skills missing there. But that's neither here nor there. So this Perella will take you to the water dragon, who's supposed to bless your sword. He's supposed to give you a sacred flame that'll help turn your sword into the Master Sword, which will... how do I put this? Which will open a gate to go to the past. But it's not that easy. Because you've already had to go to the Silent Realm and learn a song to get into the Silent Realm. If you want to just float upward, if you're too low and you don't want to like have to turn around, just let off the A button and the C stick and you'll float. You can save here, but you can't warp. Because I guess there's a ceiling here, so the way you'd warp is by going back to the sky, and some mystical wind would blow you up using the sailcloth. This bit here, this like large shard of rock sticking out of the ground, reminds me a lot of Twilight Princess. Because you use like a shard from... I forget where, Goron Mountain, to melt the ice of Zora's domain. There are a lot of these little alcoves, just different treasures and stuff in them. Nothing really important. The best one's going to be blowing up that rock. Your Majesty, Your Excellence? That is not the water dragon. again, the way to swim is just to move the Wii Remote as if you were flying. Basically point it the direction you want Link to go. It's more of a laser pointer than a sword or a controller. But it does have an accelerometer there. It'll register the direction that it's pointing. I think that... Nope, here's one. Oh yes, that's the exit. That's the important one. Yep, I guess that's all. And you can look up here, but there's really nothing above the water. There are 2 times you have to jump over something to get to the water dragon. That's the first one. If you hit one of these piney burr things, they'll damage you, and they'll take away a lot of your oxygen, even if you do a spin slash. Then when you run out of oxygen, Link gets desperate for air, and you start losing hearts. I'll show you. And if you don't get air, you will die. Funny how that works. This area is worth exploring. Between, well, after you have to jump up and do your little dolphin flip. This one you can warp back to the sky, which is kind of cool. The way around, usually you're inside, they won't let you, but there's a hole in the ceiling. There are all sorts of these little choo-choos lying in wait here. He ran away very, very, very slowly. Now that'll do it. The important thing is over this coral bridge, there's Goddess Cube N. Goddess Cube N gets you a gold rupee. Or Goddess Chest N gets you a gold rupee. Goddess Cube N gets you a gold rupee. And of course, I mentioned it before, but I'll say it again. These aren't official letterings or numberings. I just call them that because there are 26 Goddess Cubes in the game, plus the mandatory one at the beginning that Gorko makes you look at and activate. That's why I call that Goddess Cube 0, because it doesn't really count. And then the other ones I just letter A through Z. It's just my nomenclature, my categorization. I think that's everything. And I saved like a good boy. I could go up there and cut down these flowers and stuff. Oh, look at the heart. Alright, fine. There's really nothing up here. Just some flowers to cut down if you're offended by beauty. Or you don't like the way flowers smell. I don't like the way flowers smell. I guess everyone else thinks they smell good. I don't. I think they stink. Too many. It smells like a funeral home to me. No. Oh, there are 3. 2 bridges, one land bridge. He'll wait patiently. Well, he'll wait on the other side of the other ones, I guess. And he'll say, "Hurry up! Come on! Jump the water! Get over here!" Kind of your cue to learn how to do that jump, just to make sure you know how to do the spin attack. I call these dorkfish. I have a level 32 troll with 38 charisma. No, I shouldn't make fun of D&D. It's a fun game. In the right crowd, it can be awesome, but in the wrong crowd, oh my. These fish are actually called craniocs, and they're very easily beaten by just ramming into them twice. Or if you want to avoid them, you can just dive or raise. Surface. Nothing much else in here. I'm just kind of waiting for the Perella to get over here. It seems to me when he does this that he'd, like, break his little crown off. I mean, it's cool that he's the key and everything. It's like, how loose is that? There's gotta be some kind of lock. Because I can't imagine the thing is attached very securely. I mean, it's bobbing around. His little crown there, whatever. So apparently Girahim led some sort of assault on the water dragon because he's like that. Maybe he was trying to stop her from showing me where the flames are. Where the flame is. Her flame. She apparently ate up all his bokoblins. But then Girahim wounded her and Girahim had to retreat. Yerbil warned you to be polite with her, but you have the option of being just rude and clever. She's gonna eat Yerbil? But he was good. I forget. I love this. He's like, whatever. I don't care. I'm just gonna be over here texting. You let me know when you're ready. Yeah, so not only do you have to get the song to go to the Silent Realm to get the water dragon scale to get to her, but she makes you do another task. You gotta pass her little test. It's like, sweetie, I'm obviously the chosen one. I'm the best shot you got. Just give me the flame, please. If you say no thanks, you just have to talk to her again. If you don't have an empty bottle, she just says, you have no vessel suitable for carrying this. Go find one. That's an exit back to the backside of Farron Woods. There are a couple goodies to pick up while you're here. There's a bokoblin skull here. Apparently the head of one she gobbled up. Maybe she regurgitated the skull, I don't know. Oh no, it's done that. Every once in a while, the nunchuck will get out of sync for some reason and somehow. I'm holding it down all the way, look at this, and if I let go, here's what he does. The way to solve it is just to detach the nunchuck, make sure you're not pressing it in any direction, and then reconnect it. Again, great game, imperfect system. It's a novel concept, Nintendo. I give you points for trying. Nothing really up here, actually. But there's another treasure chest on the other side of this whole auditorium, this whole hall. There's these weird, like, pillars here, and, like, gates for water and stuff, but you can't go in there, there's nothing there. The only thing that's really in here is there's a little perella down here somewhere that says, I love living here, but it's so hard to get to. Yeah, here you are. It is difficult to get in here. But luckily there's a shortcut coming up. Aww. Shakes the water off him too. It's nice attention to detail. Even though he dries off in 2 seconds. Still, I guess I'd prefer that to him walking around soggy for the next hour and a half. You gotta, if you want to cut down flowers, which don't really yield hearts or rupees very often, you gotta do a vertical slice. Meh. If you talk to any of these, well, if you talk to this Perella. What is his name? Jelliff? Jellyf. It's like short for jellyfish. Jellyf. If you talk to Jellyf, she just says, hurry up, talk to the water dragon, and then the rest of those Perellas chime in and say, yeah, talk to her.